What is up, everybody? Welcome. Good morning. How are you? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm so excited for this.
Me too.
It's been almost a month, I think, that we've been playing this, and I haven't been able to say anything.
Well, you guys, I've been seeing you guys play. I haven't played it yet. I've obviously seen as much as you guys have, but I'm excited too because we're all busy, we're all doing our own things, and now I get to dive into this a little bit with you, Ben.
Yeah, so we're going to be starting because the way that the stipulations are, we have to start the game from the beginning.
Yes. Oh, by the way, we're talking about Death Stranding.
We're playing Death Stranding today.
In case you guys didn't know.
If you didn't know when you clicked in, but it's all good. We're gonna play from the beginning. I might skip some of the cutscenes at the intro just so we can. There's a lot of exposition that happens, and if we want to see more of the gameplay, we're gonna have to move through it a bit. But
exactly.
That's even better though, because then you guys get to see more yourselves when you pick it up if you decide to.
Yeah, we're gonna leave a few things to the elements of surprise.
I'm gonna hit the go button on this.
Yeah, I was just waiting,
I had to clear off all of my saves from this.
Bless the cloud.
So that I wouldn't spoil or ruin anything by accident. Playing the game for how long? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, about 90 minutes or so.
I don't know if things get wild. Who knows? Maybe longer. If everything goes bad, maybe sure. But an hour and a half probably is what we're going to be looking at. But yeah, and I'm also here to answer any questions you guys have up to the third chapter. I'm only going to play on normal. I'm not crazy. I don't have anything to prove. It's all good.
Nothing to prove here. We're just here checking out the game.
Yeah.
All right.
But exactly, Randolph. It's been a long time coming. There's so many questions around this game, and hope that we can answer some of them. I'm going to try my best not to talk during cutscenes, but there's also going to be times when I'm probably going to see a question that I want to answer, and I'm going to get excited, and I apologize for it in advance. This is me covering myself in case I mess up, but I'll try my best.
Mm-hmm. Right, because we definitely want to get to some gameplay, and although, the cinematics are beautiful, they're amazing, we do want to get to some healthy gameplay. Also...
what day is it today? It is
11, the 7th.
7. Let's just set the birthday to today.
So we can get a nice little birthday surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing, all the cutscenes from the opening chapters and stuff like that, we do have some videos, just saying, up on GameSpot. So
it's true. We have all of our content teams working really hard to bring you guys as much good, spoiler-free stuff as we can. One of the ones that I'm really excited for and the response to has been pretty good is our Chapter 2 PSA, which is just kind of like a, hey, don't spend too much time in there. It was just a quick 2-minute video. John-Luke and I got in a booth and just knocked it out. Just to kind of give people a heads up. And it's that kind of stuff where we just want to help you guys out. We got our quote here from Kobo Abe about ropes and sticks.
Yeah, a little bit of enlightenment to help you on your way.
Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
So the soundtrack in this game fits it so well, and the songs have been stuck in all of our heads. All the people who've been playing it the whole time we've been playing it.
It is good. I do like it.
It's mostly from the band Low Roar,
but
there's a lot of other stuff thrown in there. But it's a lot of stuff that kind of sounds like this, and it actually plays during gameplay, while you're walking, and it gives you time to kind of think inside and kind of reflect on what you're doing. Oh.
Yeah, they go deep into the psyche, I feel like, in this game. You're on your own, save the world. I don't know. All these things.
This is going to be spoiler free inside of the beginning of the game. Like, if you want to know absolutely nothing about this game going in, you shouldn't be watching videos for it. And I don't mean that in like a mean way. I mean it in the most sincerest way, because I don't want to have anyone have anything ruined for them. I want them to experience this in the most unfiltered, pure way they possibly can. It's like if you're worried about like, oh no, Sam's on a bike, I'm not gonna have my feelings hurt if you decide to leave the stream. But if you're not afraid of early game stuff and up to chapter 3, because that's all I can talk about, you're good to hang out.
Plus, I don't think we're even going to be able to get past the first chapter in our allotted time today anyways. So just keep that in mind. Also, there's still so much more to this game than what you'll see today.
I do love all the Metal Gear references happening in the chat right now. I'm very into that.
That deer like did not really make it.
Yeah. There's also the reflection from Timefall rain, which it's not just regular rain. It's like rapidly ages anything it touches. So if you have exposed skin or packages, they deteriorate much faster than they normally do.
Interesting.
I think this is like 15 or 20 years in the future, something like that.
That's not that far.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that pulls from real life too, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, great. Fuck.
Language warning, by the way. Sam loves to curse. Alright. Just gotta look around here, pick up some of these packages on our way back.
Our bike, though,
Yeah,
it's gone forever? Oh!
So this is what happens when you fall off the cliff. I'm
Get
trying.
that out the way.
I'm trying to fit in like all the stuff I possibly can, so we can show it all off. Because this is when I get to talk about the fact that Sam is a repatriate, which is his Doom's ability. So anytime Sam dies, all he has to do is find his body again, and he can go back.
Oh, whoa.
And you get little like jump scares and stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of a big part of the game. Just want to get some of that Kojima weirdness right in the opening.
Yeah. Oh, and then throwing up some black stuff. Okay. So in all the trailers at the beginning, we always see the baby. Like, that's how all the trailers start, where like you go down the throat and then the baby's in there. But you had that weird doll thing in there this time. Question mark. I already have so many questions, you guys. What about you? If anybody else in the chat has some questions about gameplay or, you know, anything related to this game up to where we are allowed to talk about it, then let us know. Ben is going to help us out with that.
Yeah. Also, some keen people in the chat are noticing that I I definitely didn't do that fall on purpose. That's what we call rolling with the punches.
Exactly.
And turning a real bad mess up into an educational opportunity.
We died for our sins. It's all good.
There's a reason behind everything after it happens.
What's up, Chris L? Welcome to the chat. He says, hi, Persia, hi, Ben. What's up? Happy Thursday. Guys, we're almost to Friday.
Yeah, right? This is the actual game. This is the actual game. I'm playing this game in front of you right now.
Now they're intertwining gameplay and cutscenes a little bit, but yeah, we were running around.
Yeah. What do I think of the game? Chris L asks. I really like it. It's 100% like a Kojima thing, and it's. I love the man, but it's entirely up its own ass. But it actually does a really good job of explaining things that you might have questions about. There's a reason for all of it, and everything within the game kind of works towards helping you figure it out. There's a lot of reading that you might have to do with like things you unlock, but it works out. But yeah. Do you really have to balance yourself or you'll fall over? No. A lot of people seem to not realize that you can just hold both of the triggers and center your gravity, and you don't have to do that back and forth nonsense. The back and forth nonsense, it almost never pops up if you just hold the triggers down. That's a big tip. If you're worried about falling over with a lot of cargo, just hold both of the triggers down and you'll never fall over unless you like go off the cliff. Yeah, this is still just the start of the game. We've only walked like 20 feet.
Yeah, so the rain turns you old. That's what we're discovering here. Oh, okay. That kind of got me a little bit.
So that's Fragile, and she's top tier character. I like her a lot.
Alright, whoever that is on the ceiling. Yeah, we kind of ran into her when we were driving our bike, and in the back of my mind, I was curious about it.
Not my packages.
Oh, it's got nails.
Yeah, see, I really like how you can kind of tell.
That deer was out.
You also don't have to hold both triggers for 40 hours. You get a lot of equipment that makes carrying things easier as you go. Yeah, I can't wait to see what this game is like on PC. It already looks fantastic on a PS4 Pro. But PC, and then mods? Mods are going to be real wild. Make all the packages actual Amazon packages. Make real deliveries.
Phew.
There's also a lot of crying in this game.
I was just gonna say that. I feel like there's a lot of crying in this game.
Everyone cries.
It's like they captured my whole life. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a big mood. So you can kind of
Yeah, I can kind of see a little faint figure there.
Yeah,
Oh, they're gone.
people might not be able to see it on the stream, but you could see kind of like the rain hitting silhouettes of people that were floating outside of the cave. More crying.
I know, but he makes it look so manly.
Yeah. So we're in the prologue.
Boom, we made it.
What type of game is this? it's hard to put your finger on exactly what it is, which sounds again like some real dumb, like garbage nonsense.
I think they're gone.
At its heart, an adventure game.
Didn't mean to grab you so hard.
I'm not gonna talk too much because they're
Tears. A chiral allergy. So you have dooms like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2 then.
What are you doing here?
Trying to stay dry. Same as you. Time falls let up. My name is Fragile.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
That right? Sam Porter Bridges. The man who delivers.
Please don't eat that.
Well, you know she's going to.
You want it? A crypto bite a day keeps the time fall away.
You know you're gonna hear every single sound, all the experience, just the whole thing.
She's got manners though. She chew with her mouth closed.
Yeah.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Yeah, I thought Fragile Express had plenty of people.
Plenty of traitors. Not much left of us now, save for a few honest folks. And on top of that, not much left of me either. Got soaked from neck to toe.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries, that's all.
This is Bridges Central Dispatch. Freelance contractor Sam Porter Bridges. Receiver is standing by for drop.
Headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long.
Ain't that the truth?
The time fall fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
Oh, dear.
She's gone. But yeah.
Cool.
So a lot of that stuff probably doesn't make sense. Like, what the heck is a Dooms?
Right.
What is?
I have
What are
dooms as well,
BTs?
if that's is what makes you cry all the time.
But that all, I'll say it. It all gets explained as you play through. It all ends up making sense.
Yeah, you saw her umbrella. I feel like I lived in New York for a really long time, and everyone's umbrella looked like that at some point, except probably way less effective.
Yeah.
Just disheveled and broken. Except hers looks super high tech. All right, so now. Oh yeah, you were talking about how the soundtrack plays while you run.
Yeah. So while you do a lot of important deliveries, the sound will drop out and it'll play the soundtrack that just works really well. You can use your Odra deck to check what the ground is like, how deep water is, that kind of thing to kind of inform you. So blue water isn't very deep. Yellow rock surfaces are all kind of slippery. Red you don't want to be stepping on because it's steep and slippery. So you can use that to kind of read what you're doing. And you can scan almost every time, just kind of check it out. But yeah.
Okay, well.
So I guess to go back to the what type of game this is, I think an adventure game is probably the best way to describe it, with a heavy narrative.
I think only the rain will age you, but that is a good question, right? If the rain falls into the water, why doesn't the water fall?
So
See, these are too many questions.
It's I think it's like as it's free falling before it like hits the ground and diffuses or something,
Oh, okay,
or if
yeah.
it gets like diluted in other water.
Plus, he has a suit on, so
Yeah.
he's protected.
Almost all the clothes in this game, I'm pretty sure, are made out of plastic because it takes thousands of years for plastic to break down. That's just my guess. I don't think they actually address it, but they look like they're plastic. Yeah, so we're coming up on this delivery site here on our way in. Credits are rolling.
You know, another thing I used to do in New York, I used to do Postmates on my bike.
Oh,
so I
you got-
definitely don't envy this guy doing deliveries right now. It's rough.
You got the delivery experience.
Indeed.
Yeah, I really, really like the soundtrack moments a lot. And they don't let up through to the entire thing.
Man, I wonder if the soundtrack's like on Spotify or something.
So I know a few of the songs are already like existing songs for stuff they have, but they've also made a whole bunch of original compositions just for this game.
What up, Crime? Welcome back. Good to see ya. Daedalus said, woohoo, smart drugs.
Right?
It's like before they explain what it is you're picking up. Oh,
Okay.
you know, this is a little layout.
It's alright.
Turned in a little bit. I was just grooving.
I instinctively just tried to pull up my inventory to readjust my boxes because I can already see that physically they're not balanced right. But
So you're holding the triggers right now.
so right now I'm holding the triggers. You can tell because I'm holding the straps on the backpack, and you can kind of like jostle it around a bit. But if things are unbalanced, or I'm actually probably fine to just walk because this is flat land, so I don't need to hold it too much. But anytime your stuff is stacked really high or you've got it stacked incorrectly, it's better to hold it so you keep your center of gravity in. But yeah, and we're also going to get introduced to the idea of void outs, which is exciting. Maybe we could do a void out on the stream,
Ooh.
just to kind of like show that off, because I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to talk about it when they did their reviews, because I don't think a lot of people ran into them. Deliver our cargo.
Deliver all these smart drugs.
Is there stamina? Yeah, so there's a blue stamina meter that will run out depending on how much you're carrying and how fast you're moving. There's also like a knockout meter. So a whole bunch of meters on meters.
It's not like the legend to come in late.
Had to wait out the storm. Lost my bike.
Sounds like you've been through the ringer. Luckily, our goods are in perfect condition. Well, you did keep us waiting, but everything else seems to be in perfect order, so great work. We'll be awaiting the next delivery.
Alright, and we've done our first delivery.
Do you ever get a new bike in this chapter?
So
I have to
not
follow up with
not in the prologue. You don't get your first bike. We actually have a guide on that too for when you get your first vehicle. Your first bike comes in maybe like sort of the first fourth of chapter 2.
Cool.
And you don't actually get to use it as much as you thought you would, which is kind of a thing. But it's helpful for where you can use it.
Okay.
We're about. I think after this longer cutscene, we might get to the point where we might start kind of skipping a bit to get ahead. This is also kind of a cool one. It's also in a trailer, so it's kind of cool to see the differences. Which we also have a video up for.
Indeed.
Igor, Bridges Corpse Disposal. Sam Porter, I presume? Right. Not the touchy-feely type. Document said you had some kind of phobia.
So he has
Corpse disposal.
a thing where he can't
What
touch
happened?
people.
Look,
Whoa.
gotta get a move on. I'll explain as we go.
A game about connecting everyone where the main character
Come on.
can't actually touch anyone.
That's deep.
Oh, it's gotta be Hideo Kojima. And you got Silent Poets and Chvrches
Come
as
and take a
well,
look.
doing music.
He's got a date with the incinerator.
How long since he flatlined?
We don't know the exact TOD, but I'd say it's been upwards of 40 hours.
So it's
He
about
wasn't
48
quarantined.
hours
Not sick.
Uh,
This is a suicide.
that it takes for bodies to
Jesus.
enter necrosis,
We're just lucky we
which
found him at all. Got him on ice.
attracts
ASAP, but Who knows when
BTs.
he'll go necro?
and is how
Where are you taking him?
they turn into
Across
nuclear
the
bombs,
incinerators to
basically.
the north.
The only way to take care of it is
This
to take them to
crawling with
incinerators.
BTs. Sure you can't use another?
I wish I could, but there's no time.
Then just burn the poor bastard right here.
They put all that chiralium in the air so close to town? Can't do it.
Better that than trying for the incinerator.
Hey, we can do this. We just need someone like you with dooms.
Oh, I know it's churches. I just like saying Chvrches because it's got a V in it.
Well, he's already in the first stages of necrosis. If we don't hurry, this place is a crater.
So how about it? Can we count on you? Then Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Sam. Just Sam.
I feel that. Oh
And
my
I can't
gosh.
spot
I'm the same
BTs. Just send
That's why we came prepared.
a bridge baby, huh?
A bridge baby.
With its help and you, we'll be able to stay one step ahead of them.
There it is, his baby.
There it is.
I love
Feel
BB
like
so
shit
much.
every time.
He's crying.
You are plugging into the other side. Freaks me out too.
Ow.
Roll out.
Wolfa says, so Sam has an ability or something. Yeah, so Sam has this thing called, it's like a catch-all term for it in the universe. It's called Dooms. And his ability lets him sense the dead people. He can't, like, see them, but he can sense kind of about where they are.
But
And-
Fragile can see them.
And Fragile can see them a lot
Okay.
better than he can. But he also, Dooms like has a special ability tied to people's beaches. Each person has a spiritual beach tied to them, and his is repatriation, which means he can come back from the dead.
When I was a kid.
I won't go
America
into
is a country. Anybody
what
could go
Fragile's
anywhere
is
they damn
because
well please.
we might not
No
get
need
to her,
for
but
couriers like
she's
yourself.
also got one because she's got Dooms.
We had
But yeah,
highways, airplanes. Hell, you could even visit other countries.
but you can kind of see the
Oh,
ink starting
yeah.
to come out of the body because it's starting to get into the necrosis state. But
Hard
yeah.
to imagine it now.
Ding.
Because
Then you
what
can see
triggers a
that
void out
that
is
Stranding
when
poked us
living
full of
tissue
holes.
touches like the negative
Fucked us beyond
tissue
all
of a
recognition.
dead person.
And if you were lucky enough
Gotcha.
to survive,
And it causes
time
just like a
bomb came
weird
and washed you away.
chemical reaction void out
Those
thing, and it
freaks
just
of
leaves a
the
giant
beach
crater.
showed up. Worlds of the living and the dead all mixed together. And that's when folks started.
That's
pulling
more
up
of it
in
starting to come out.
cities.
Yes,
Couriers like
it's
yourself
rapidly
put up
happening.
on a pedestal.
This is really like that scene with Metal Gear Solid 5 with Snake and Skullface, kind of, where you're just
Son of
kind
a
of stuck
bitch.
watching it.
Rainbow.
Also, what other game will you hear someone say "son of a bitch, Rainbow"? That's enough of a selling point.
Much further to the incinerator. This guy's about to pop.
Shit. We're at the cut to the BTs.
Oh boy.
So they're picking it up. So basically, the rainbow means that there's going to be rain.
Yeah.
And rain is, of course, it's timefall rain.
Eat
but
bed.
it also signifies that there are BTs in the area, which means we're going to have to
Oh, so
deal
do
with
they
them.
bring the rain wherever they go? Is
Basically.
That the thing? Okay, okay.
So we're about to run into an area filled with BTs and a dead person. It's actually, I think it might actually be being made by
Engine stalled.
where this is
That's what's
going.
got us right where they want us. Get us out of here.
Yeah.
Sam, can you see anything?
No, nothing.
Nothing. So I'm doing my best to like move the camera in a way that makes sense here, because otherwise it would just be staring at these two the whole time.
This BB must be busted or something.
Yeah, rain is bad in this game. We've already got a strand thing going on. The driver's getting nervous. So the thing that the guy has on his back, the like orange spinny thing, that's the odor deck, and where it's pointing is where a dead person is. So it's linked up to the bridge baby, which acts as a connection between the living world and the world of the deceased, and they can see where they are.
Well, that didn't work out very well.
You can see John Cena in this scene. One of his rare occurrences where he actually shows up. So yeah, this is a scene I think from one of the trailers, but this is the final version of it, of course.
Rip
So this is
car.
a bad situation for everyone.
They're here. Sam!
Shut up. Don't even breathe.
Sorry!
Troy Baker. This is a very big BT.
Yeah.
And he got eaten by it. Which means void out. Which is why he was struggling to kill himself, because if he kills himself, then it won't actually set it off. But unfortunately, he couldn't do it.
Dang. This is intense.
So then, of course, Sam, because he's a repatriate, comes back, only to see what he's about to see.
No. He can see them now.
So this is the beach. This is a different situation, but
That's creepy.
Falling down, London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Oh, snap.
Now there's a baby there.
Now the baby.
Baby. Baby, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's Daddy.
Oh, dang.
And that's actually how
Once
bad they
there
get in
was
the
an
game.
explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
But yeah, I'm trying to like
Ew.
weave my talking in and out of like when it happens, because we do have, like, if you want to get absolutely no commentary at all, we have like walkthroughs up for it.
Yes, we do.
It's just really hard for me to be on a stream and not talk, but I'm also I'm trying so hard to not.
I know every
say
little thing.
things.
I'm like, oh my gosh, questions.
But yeah,
I have things to say. I need to know. But wow, that's a lot to digest
Yeah.
just in the prologue. I'm not going to lie.
it dumps a lot of exposition and doesn't explain a lot right from the get-go. And it's going to keep doing that as a heads up.
So when he was like hugging the baby and he basically like made it evaporate into the other side of the world, is that what happens when he touches people?
No, he just doesn't like
Oh,
being
that was
touched.
just a...
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-oh.
We made it to episode 1.
Noise. Crime said, would we be able to live in the same world as Death Stranding? Absolutely not.
No, I don't think I could.
Nope.
Oh, you're awake. So, how does it feel to be back in the world of the living?
Del Toro!
Don't worry. I'm a doctor. Well, a coroner, originally. Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead. Not like you, of course. Contrary to the name, I've never actually died. I would advise against that. I'm no expert, but I can assure you it's for your own protection. See?
So I'm a prisoner.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all connected.
Us? Oh, us.
Yup. Bridges. Humanity's best hope for the future. Or avoiding extinction, if you prefer.
Right. Where am I? What time is it?
Watch me. Try pressing it against your skin, like this. Relax. That just means your body's got a good connection to the cufflink. Look, look. The cuffs will watch over you 24 hours a day. That is to say, we will. We're here to help.
What the hell? 2 days?
During that time, we took the liberty of collecting fluid samples from you.
Gee, thanks.
You're a repatriate. That makes you very special.
What happened to the CD, guys?
Central Knot was obliterated in the Annihilation. Game over, man. Place is a crater. The only ones to get it continue were you, for obvious reasons, and your broken bridge baby.
Is it all right?
It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redefort, every soul in Central Knot City.
Dang.
We're at our base, in Capital Knot City now. Or should I say, our new headquarters. Sudbury seemed the logical choice. But our implementation team has been decimated. And there's only so much they can do in 2 days. Things here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and his support team were out of town at the time, so the chain of command remains intact. I hate to do this so soon, but I have a job for you.
Yes, put us to work.
Need you to slam all 6 of those Monster Energy drinks real quick.
This stencil is from when you repatriated?
I know, look at that product placement.
What's the other mark from?
A clingy woman in a cave.
I see. Aphenphosmphobia. No wonder you were out there alone, where no one could touch you. I'll try to be more careful, Sam. So, the job is an urgent delivery. I need you to bring the president some morphine.
What president? America's gone. You talking about the mayor of Central Knot?
No, not the mayor. America lives on, Sam. The president is in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time.
Why me?
Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
Why don't you do it?
Because I'm not really here.
Oh, lots of.
Surprise!
Apologies. This is just a chiralgram. And here, come the tears. Allergic reaction to the chiral transmission. I'm actually over in the isolation ward in the big triangle building. Here is the morphine. Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Come on. You got morphine there. What's this about? Tell me the truth.
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see you in person. Are you really about to say no? Very good. I'll see you in the isolation ward.
Alright, so you get to do our next delivery. We get to go take this morphine to the president. Put this on my back, actually.
Alrighty. We're moving.
So I guess this downtime while I'm walking to this building, just like I'm not gonna be able to make everyone happy, but how many people absolutely don't want me to skip cutscenes?
Yeah, let's take a vote. They are pretty long, I'm not gonna lie.
There is a lot. And
we're like in the first chapter, so I expect there to be a lot of like
Check the map on your cufflinks if you're lost.
catching up to the
The
story.
isolation
Yeah.
point should be pretty obvious. If you're not sure how to get there, you can set markers and draw routes too.
you can't have gameplay for too long without having someone call you on your phone, so. But yeah. And I saw a question earlier about the how the multiplayer works. So it feeds kind of directly into the narrative of trying to like reconnect people, and basically anything you lay down to help make your journey easier has a chance to show up in other people's games. So if you put a ladder down to get across a river that has some dangerous rapids, someone else will find that and they'll be able to use it.
Cool.
So it's basically just kind of like a big helping other people.
Oh dang, we are getting a strong vote
So a lot
for
of people
no
saying don't
skipping.
That's very loud and clear.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you guys.
I thought I'd run it by you guys again. Continue to do our best to not talk over too much. This is all kind of inconsequential, but we'll let it rock then for you guys.
She would have never left. And if she had,
See where we get.
we wouldn't have either.
Yeah. So we're here and we're about to get into another really long cutscene. So grab some popcorn, take a seat, get comfortable.
Yes.
And we'll try to keep our talking to a minimum again.
Kick it over to full screen.
I guess while they're not saying anything, I'll answer Danky, your question really quick. Why is it called Death Stranding? Death Stranding is referring to an event that happened like 15 years before all of this is happening that basically kind of wiped out a lot of everything. It's a bit of a post-apocalypse without being post-apocalyptic, but still is. But the Death Stranding is an event that happened in the game.
Signs are all trending the same way.
No chance of a recovery then?
None that I can see. No.
We should start making preparations.
Sam, it's me, Dead Man. Sorry, my mistake. I'm afraid the president's condition has deteriorated. Thank you. This will help to ease the pain. And allow her to speak with you in these final moments.
Her?
The first and last female president of the United States. Surely you remember her. She raised you? You're not exactly dressed for a reunion. Take that off before you come inside.
I guess I could say that there's more to the Death Stranding than what I told you, but there isn't. I can only talk up to chapter 3, so I can't say more about it. But there is more. So that's something to kind of look forward to, I guess.
Yeah.
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 What kind of moron wears a hat inside? This guy.
If I had a hat on, I'd be wearing it. I mean, if I had a hat, I would be wearing it right now. Oh, okay, we're back.
That's the president's right-hand man, the director of bridges.
Die Hardman?
Oh, you were with Bridges 1? So, I guess no introductions are necessary.
What's it been, Sam? 10 years? Look at us. A bunch of deathless freaks meeting like this. Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting. It's your mother, Bridget. She's a bit out of it, but I know she'll recognize you.
Madam President, we've brought Sam. We'll leave you two alone.
Sam, I knew you'd come back. Are you doing all right? Yeah, I know you hate me. Amelie.
Amelie?
You remember Amelie went west. Took her 3 years to cross. She's trying to rebuild the country.
Still here, Chris. Just letting people get the full experience.
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. Help Amelie. She needs you. Together, you can help us reconnect. You can make America whole. Sam, if we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive.
We don't need a country. Not anymore.
We do. Alone, we have no future.
No, America's finished. Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
Sam, listen to me.
He said the thing!
Please. So you are willing to help me?
No, I...
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Madam President! Oh, no.
Doctor, we need your help.
All hands on deck here. Season B fixed. Give me 150 cc's. She's not responding.
So I see people talking about the game engine. While they're doing this, I'll interject really quick. It's the main game is on the Decima engine, which is the same engine that they used for Horizon Zero Dawn. Then there are a lot of cutscenes done by Blur, who is the studio that did the remake cutscenes for the Halo 2 remake.
Ooh.
They're very, very good. But yeah. Was all a lie. Holograms.
What?
Trickery. But she is dead for real.
Oh.
That's the only real thing here.
So that was his mom.
The woman who raised him
Oh.
is the words that they used.
Gotcha.
But if you got more about that later on too.
The president is dead. If word gets out, Bridges is finished. Now what happened here does not leave this room. Do you understand?
Yes, Director. But there's still the matter of the body. Without corpse disposal.
We've got that covered. Sam, before she died, the president made a contract with you.
What are you talking about?
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me? Like she tried to?
Well, she succeeded. Look at your wrist. If that's not symbolic, I don't know what is.
Director, the cancer spread throughout her entire body. Harvesting organs is out of the question, and there is no need for an autopsy. Her body needs to be cremated before she necrotizes.
And if we don't, this place will turn into another crater.
What do you want me to do?
We don't have any porters right now. And the CD team you went into the field with are dead. But the president's body has to be burned.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was compromised in the void out. Now, the only way there is on foot, through the mountains. But the chiral density there is off the chart. It's gotta be BTs.
This job has requirements. Tombs. Repatriate.
So me. Why?
Sam, you're already on the clock.
Already making me have to go.
Now get it done, Sam Porter Bridges.
Well.
Yeah, so I see a lot of people in the chat also trying to guess who Bridget is supposed to be or represent. Bridget's her own character. All of those people you guys are talking about are actually referenced in this game indirectly. So that they exist here, but they're not here. Let's keep an eye out for that.
Can I have a moment? President Strand believed in American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again. And without her, there would be no Bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If she dies, America dies.
Without her, Bridges will cease to be.
Listen. Her cremation must be carried out with the utmost secrecy.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it, America's history.
Sam, America isn't dead yet.
He just said that it dies if Bridget dies.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America worthy of the presidency.
Sorry, what?
Let's not get into it now. What matters is that we're going to finish your mother's work and rebuild America as she intended. That's the reason Bridges exists. So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the president's body to the incinerator.
If we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive. You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Oh, God. Let me carry the body on his back.
The facility's to the southwest. Remember that you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator way up in the mountains so that the chiral matter in the smoke wouldn't reach the city. It won't be easy. carrying a body up there.
This is also the
We'll be
first
monitoring
time.
you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the cufflinks.
I'll just wait till I know him. Alright, so this is where you get introduced to having to do different,
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
like,
Dead men explain how
carrying a
to
dead body is
stop
not like carrying regular cargo, because it
Moves.
flops around.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a thing to kind of keep an eye out for and deal with while you're moving. You can't turn as well, but yeah.
Sam, I don't think I need to remind
So, what about other countries and stuff? Because they're talking all about America and how we can still rebuild humanity. This. What about everybody else? Oh, so many questions. The world.
Just gotta play the game to figure out some of that stuff yourself. But yeah. I can say that though. Jay brings up a good point. You can't fly things anymore. The chiral stuff like gets up in the air, and apparently it just shreds anything apart that gets up there. It's like air deliveries, flight, all of that isn't even possible.
She never stopped believing they could be reunited. People held on to their hope that America
It's
would
like
rise
also
again.
very creepy because you literally are just staring at this wobbling dead body the whole time. The head is like, it's freaking me out.
You know, as soon as all this exposition is over, I bet it'd be a great time to have a song play and then have you kind of reflect on all the cutscenes you just watched.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if that'll happen.
Have a pleasant journey.
Have a pleasant journey, he says. After everything we've just experienced so far, I feel like there's nothing pleasant about the current state of the world.
Yeah. So this is also when we first start to get introduced to the multiplayer aspect. So even though this is built by an NPC, it's kind of the idea of what happens in the world. So this watchtower is a thing you can build in the game. It'll let you kind of look out and scout stuff ahead.
Yeah, just like that.
But right now, where we're headed is we're going up to these mountains. And you can kind of like do all this cool like plot a course stuff to like follow waypoints and all that. But I don't think I need that. But it's good to let you guys know that there's the option if you are just starting out and you don't want to struggle too much figuring out where you are. Actually, you know what? I'll show it because it actually has like a cool graphical overlay that lets you kind of see where you're headed. Yeah, so if you put it down, it actually puts down a line, so you'll never kind of lose where you are. It's a nice little option. Does he get back pain? He does. You have to stop and do a massage
Some
and rest.
stretches? Oh man.
Just get a little bit of readjustment there. But yeah, so this is when you start to get into the uneven terrain, and you gotta kind of like ride the triggers a bit. But man.
Oh nice. They even put the name of the song. I like it.
Yeah. You gotta credit your artists.
It's very cinematic. Yeah, this is definitely some inner deep reflection music. Time to think about my life.
Yeah, you're like, oh shoot, okay, let's deconstruct what's happened. I can't die. There are dead things. My mother, the president, just died.
And she's on my back.
I've got to carry her up this mountain. But yeah, the jams are good though. Is it fun? It's a different kind of fun, and that's one of the. I meant to say this at the beginning of the stream. It doesn't convey well in just watching, because for you guys right now, you're like, oh, he's just walking and moving the stick. But while you're playing, there's more involved in like I'm watching these rocks. I'm like being attentive to like the changes and dips in the terrain.
Yeah, it's kind of the more detailed aspects of just walking, right? Because every little thing affects him physically.
So what looks like just me walking is there's a lot more kind of going on, and you get that when you play. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough to spend 105 hours doing deliveries for all these characters, and I wasn't bored the entire time, and I'm ready to go back in and finish up the rest of the ones I gotta do. There's only one person I never maxed the reputation out with.
Honestly, I feel like it's definitely one of those type of games. Like if you enjoy in-depth storytelling, if you enjoy the actual like emotional and mental side of a story and of a game. But I can see how it wouldn't be for someone who's like, they just want gameplay and action 100% of the time with no real like thought behind what you're doing besides just, you know, going crazy. You know, there's a different flavor for a different gamer, you know?
It is a really weird thing to try and explain, but it's there's more going on than what is apparent. But yeah, it's also a game. If there's anyone out there who's played like MMOs and just really loved exploring, it's if you like finding places and things in game worlds, it's 100% something that you'll enjoy. That's a real big part of it. So I love doing all of that. So now we've got these things over here. We've got cool ladders to kind of walk across this water with. Again, just from an NPC.
Do you want to leave a like for your friend who assisted you?
Alright, nice. I got the one on there. You can spam it if you want, but you can't really do too much from the outset. That way's kind of steep over there. I'm going to hit these ladders up.
Yeah.
Because then we'll also get to climb a rope. Yeah.
Is there any actual combat? Because I know there are like certain people in the game you have to avoid, or...
There is combat, so you get to experience a lot of the like hand-to-hand kind of CQC centered stuff for the first 2 chapters. And then you get like a bola gun that lets you incapacitate people, and not until like the end of chapter 3 you get your hands on some more intense firepower, but the game definitely doesn't encourage you killing things, because obviously that means that
they get stronger.
They have a chance to come back dead, and there's also a chance that you'll have a void out happen.
I see.
So that's kind of a thing to avoid.
Man, Igor really helping us out here.
He's really laying it out. You get all sorts of equipment, and I actually think the game does a really good job of kind of giving you more and more things to kind of mess with. Like, it gives you a lot of really cool tools and gear, and they kind of pace it out in a way that makes sense. So there's never a time when I was like, oh man, I wish I had something new to mess with, which is also pretty good. There. And we're coming right out of the corner, and there it is.
So that's the place, huh?
You can also yell out anytime, which is nice.
Anybody home?
No one's going to respond, though, because we're not in the multiplayer section yet. But other people will yell back at you, and it's kind of cool.
Can you do deliveries with other people?
So there isn't any like direct co-op, but you can pick up like I picked up a ton of Greg Miller's like cargo that he left out in the middle of nowhere and helped him deliver them. So you get to kind of do that, but there isn't any like join my game, let's do this. It's all kind of not together, asynchronous. But yeah. You didn't miss the urination, not yet. We'll hit that up here in a bit. So we're almost to the point where everything's going to open up. And there's our line. We're right there.
We did it.
Top secret. Burn the president. So burning the body puts all of the chiral energy up into the air, which is going to make it rain, which means we get to do our first BT stealth segment.
Oh, dang.
And I'm hoping I don't botch it.
Is the chiralium kind of like blood in the water for sharks?
Kinda? It's a good way to kind of put it.
Burn the other cargo while you're there.
Burn the other cargo.
What's this?
BB-28. It's the unit Igor was assigned. It was hooked up to you when we found you in the crater.
But why is it here?
BB.
Because it's flagged for disposal. Central Knot's gone, and our headquarters along with it. Because that thing didn't do its job. It's all in Igor's logs.
Aww.
But it's still alive.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but the decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order.
Oops, it shut down. Guess we can't do it.
Sorry, I can't finish this delivery. The BT at the BT. But I need that BB so I can see the BTs.
Sam, do you copy?
You guys be quiet.
Damn it, must have lost you in the blackout.
There's a lot going on.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Must be from the bodies we couldn't get up to the incinerator in time. Comes with the territory, I'm afraid.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea.
I'm gonna log into the Matrix. We're gonna get our way out of here.
Sorry, Captain.
Whoa.
So that's how the Mads Mikkelsen stuff comes into play. Is every time you plug into the BB, you get little memories from him.
Wait.
There we go.
That's it. Do your thing.
So there are a lot of them. I'm gonna do my best to not get caught. I'm gonna call it now so that if I mess up, I can't like talk my way out of it. But yeah.
Keep low.
So something I'm curious about is like they'll show the figure a little bit and it's standing up, and then they show the handprint. So are their hands actually their feet?
So it's like it sends out this like weird sensing like the BTs themselves aren't the things that come after you.
Oh, okay.
But also this is a good tip for anyone who's doing this. The only way to see them is to stop so that Sam can concentrate. You can kind of help outline them by scanning too. But the only way to actually like do his like sensing ability is by stopping moving. And the odor deck gives you kind of like an idea of how far away they are.
Oh.
Do a risky move here.
Faster spins the closer you are.
Yeah.
Hold your breath.
I don't like any of this, actually. Okay, it might be alright for now. I'm gonna catch my breath.
Oh man.
So you get the stealth gameplay still. That's there. Kojima's real happy about that. But how do you stealth past things that you can't really see? That's the question. Give myself a second to breathe.
What if you accidentally like graze the little cord there? Is it only the physical body you have to avoid?
So the umbilical cords don't seem to alert them to where you are, but they come into play later on.
Okay.
Are you serious? Hello? Oh, they came over right on top of me.
Oh, they move around.
Yes, they move. They can like kind of. Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
They can hear and they can sense. So you've got to like be as quiet as you can, which is what the holding your breath works like. But the holding your breath actually almost is kind of like a get out of jail free card sometimes. I think we might be doing okay.
Yeah.
Nothing's popping up in front of me. I may have actually done it.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. I was a little nervous that I'd botched the first one because the kind of the thing about the first one you do, from my understanding, is that it's the BB isn't on top of it. Like they're not giving you all the best information you can possibly get.
Because it's supposed to be defective, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of in the weird state that it's in. But yeah.
I know, right? It's like, don't breathe, but this machine's going to be clicking and whirring the
Yeah,
whole
right.
time. See, the BTs, they can't handle technology. That's what it is.
Shows what dying looks like. All right, if I can get back in time.
We did that like minute one because, you know.
So I can actually trigger a void out, though, because I don't think people have seen that too much. I can try to make a beeline off to the side to where I know you can trigger one. We'll give it a go. It'll be a little out of the way, but we're in like the last 10 minutes of the stream anyway.
Yeah. Does a void out permanently affect the, like...
So as far as we know from our messing around with it, it seems that you actually make like a giant crater on the map that stays there.
for the whole playthrough.
Yeah, we don't know if it affects other people's games though.
Yeah, that would be ham.
Yeah. But I went through my entire playthrough not triggering a void out, so I didn't actually kind of like understand it entirely. And then we messed around with it later on.
Interesting.
Hope combat's a big part of the game. There was a lot of good combat, and it feels good to do too. It might take a little bit to get to. I actually think we got through this beginning part because this is kind of like on the doorstep of when the game opens up and is like, go and do deliveries now.
So the beginning's more just to set you up to have questions, so that when you're exploring, it's like more rewarding when you get a certain place and you're like, oh, this makes sense now, or that thing in the beginning makes sense now, which I like that. Oh.
You can double jump. That's a fun thing.
That form.
Yeah.
You know, the Olympics are coming up. And he can double jump? That was wild.
I don't think they ever explain why he can double jump, but he can. So that's a real video gamey thing. Almost tripped on a rock. That's normal. This is a postman simulator? I guess if you want to take it at like a surface level, yeah. There is a lot of delivering that happens in it. This is... Alright, so I'm going to have to hold through this middle bit. You also want to try to avoid submerging the baby in the water. There's the tip right there. Right on cue. Because it stresses them out. And then you get to, just because, you get to Yakuza it a little bit. You gotta shake it to make it feel better.
Yeah. That's so adorable. But not too
Not
too intense.
Yeah.
Don't want no, what was it? Shaken baby syndrome. It's a thing. Gotta be careful. Babies are fragile and gentle.
So Norman Reedus jumps to IRL. I believe it. The double jump actually comes in handy a lot, if you could imagine. All right, I'm gonna make it a thing to try to get this void out now. I might skip this next cutscene just to get back into the gameplay. There isn't too much there, but I think what we have seen is good. I don't want to let anyone down. Yeah. If we did do a cutscene now, we'd probably have to like stop in the middle of it, and that's worse than skipping it, I think.
And if you guys do want to check it out, we do have, I think the whole of Chapter 1 up on the YouTube channel right now. So yeah. We're just gonna go void out for the last 5 minutes of the stream. Phew.
It's a lot of cutscenes. Well, like I said, this is right on the doorstep of them being like, all right, now go out and do it.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, we're already coming up to the very, very end of our stream today. So we're gonna spend this last few minutes to make the void out happen, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Saw the color's wrong for stealth. Isn't that the truth? Oh, before we go.
There's a private room set aside for your use.
Oh, I can't do it. He's brooding right now.
Take a moment to clean up.
Oh, there it is. The birthday cake.
Yay! So if you set your birthday at the beginning, they give you a birthday cake on your birthday.
A cool birthday cake.
With some monster cans.
Happy birthday.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, let's slam a monster, and then we'll head out and get a void out. You can't get voided out with an empty stomach.
I love how it's all like post-apocalyptic, but you know what? monster survived it. That's wild.
He's really into it too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Let's go get blown up. You know what? I'm gonna put on my sunglasses too. Perfect. Those are normal sunglasses a normal person would wear.
Totally.
Oh, I need to do a shower really quick actually.
Is it a requirement to shower regularly?
Yeah. This is their introduction to how showers work.
Ah.
I really want to love this game and think it looks good, but it isn't meant to be. It's going to be a weird thing for a lot of people, but I think if the game looks interesting to you, you're probably going to like it. But yeah. That's my only bit that I can do to recommend it is if it looks good to you now before you get a chance to do it, you're probably going to like it.
Yeah.
If you're looking at what you've seen and you're like, this isn't it, it's probably not it.
You also have to keep in mind this is the beginning. There's still like so much more of the game post just this first chapter.
Must have been beat. Private rooms come with
What kind of stupid name is Die Hardman? All the characters' names mean something, and you don't learn about Die Hardmans until way later on. But they are silly.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask our staff. But before you do, why not check things out for yourself? See how Bridges operates these days.
You know what? Actually, before we go, let's do one more thing. Because we got the monster ad placement. Let's talk about the other really cool ad placement.
Sam Hartman here, researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches.
Just make sure everyone watches Ride with Norman Reedus on AMC.
Nice.
Use those motorcycle sounds to cover up the sound of going to the bathroom.
That is flushed from your system.
I am planning to play this game because I actually do enjoy like intense stories and stuff like that. So I'm pretty interested in seeing the rest of this because I still have so many questions.
Chiralium contamination has even
Hartman, I love you a lot, but
I know we're trying to go explode, all right? We have 1 minute left.
We could probably extend it out a little bit. So I just need to get outside.
We took a slice of the cake.
Yeah, someone ate a piece of the cake.
Can you eat a piece of cake?
Yeah, I know how the thing works.
With that terminal, you don't.
Cool. Great. Let me out. Let me go do an explosion.
Stop brooding. It's time to explode.
Gosh. I don't want it. Fine, I'll look at BB. That's cool. Look at the kid.
Sam, this is Deadman.
Sam, it's Deadman.
I calibrated your BB based on... It's still...
Just, yeah, poke it and let's get on with it. Looking good, kid. See you later.
Keep it up, Tiger.
Oh my goodness.
You have to do all this stuff before you leave
It's
the
really
room.
going to make me look at everything.
Phew.
Here, go down.
This case will remove.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah.
We'll just go through it this way.
Yeah.
Hey there.
RTSD.
Those there.
That's your strand. It's got your blood in it. All right, now I've looked at everything. There we go. Leave private room. Let's do it. Oh my God, Die Hardman. He was waiting out there the whole. He just got done talking to me on the phone. He's sitting outside the door like, Sam, I gotta tell you about the suit. Okay.
We just want to die.
There we go. All right, we're on the way. We're not even picking up the order. We're just going.
Sam, check the terminal for available orders.
Yeah, hold on. I got something to do first.
I don't got time for orders. I've only got time for putting on my sunglasses.
Ah, yes.
It's very important.
We got to go out in style. Off limits. Not for us. Oh, just kidding.
Oh my God, it is off limits.
Wait, can we not explode?
Oh,
or do we need the cargo to explode?
Yeah.
Welding.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I just need to slow it down. Have patience. Yeah, voidouts are cool, and I don't think anyone really sees them very often. Because you have to like intentionally fail to do it. Okay. Take orders. Orders for me. Take it. Good. Nice. Got it.
Boom. Confirm.
Let's get those tutorials going. You want to take this? Cool. Put the smart drugs in your backpack. Zummy, you want a ladder? Take it. Sure. Load it on the back. Load it on the back. Put one on the tool rack. Go for it. Put another one on the back. Go for it. More. Attach the suit. Got it. Auto arrange. Nice. Looks good. We're out of here.
Boom.
Also, navigating the menus at the beginning, definitely willing to admit, probably not the easiest thing.
See you later, Default. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good one.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
You bet. I'm loaded up. Look at all these ladders I have.
Looks like a new Jack 7 costume from Tekken.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
All right, we are ready to void out.
Yeah, I'm running straight for it. And I apologize for how quick and sporadic this last bit is, but it's something I definitely want to like try to show if I can. But I'm surprised that everyone wanted to like see the cutscenes and do all of that stuff earlier. That was a good time, and I hope we help shed some light on what this game kind of has going on. And if not, check out some of the other stuff we've got up on the website or on this YouTube channel.
All our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Oja deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying, but that thing on your shoulder...
The double jump is really nice. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Aw, yeah, it is time.
Bring the rain.
Oh, remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need.
Every parcel is a promise.
Wow, no pressure.
To deliver.
There we go. This will also kind of show what happens when you get got by a BT in general.
When you get got.
Since I did such a great job stealthing before.
Bring it on.
Just run right into one. There we go. All right, so you run right into them.
Snap.
And they find you, and then you gotta like. Normally you'd try to get out, but right now we're gonna get dragged down. So the BT is gonna take us and drag us all the way to the big BT, which is a dolphin. I just need to get got by this dolphin.
Oh, dang.
Eat me.
Don't be shy.
There we go.
There we go.
So when you get dragged off, like all the buildings and stuff come out of the ground. It's basically like a mini boss fight. We gotta head back to my body over here. We've got cargo. I don't know whose this is, but we picked it up. So we head back over here. Go back in. We get our thumbs up.
I'm still so confused by that part. It's in his stomach. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
And now, where we got grabbed, there is a giant crater. Oh, and there's the thing that I picked up. there's a giant crater that we think stays there the whole time.
And everything is severely damaged.
Yeah. And you can actually, if you go into the map, you can see...
Oh, it's a handprint.
It's a giant handprint that gets laid down.
Whoa.
So you can do that kind of... If you get caught by BTs, this is what happens. And unfortunately, you can't like go inside of it.
Oh, interesting.
So now you have to kind of navigate
Go around it. Oh, okay. I see.
But yeah. So that's a dangerous thing. Don't recommend doing it. But now you know what happens, and you can tell your friends that you know what happens when you void out.
We're going to rock the baby to sleep as we close out the stream. You guys, thanks so much for tuning in and checking out this game with us today. It comes out tomorrow exclusively on PS4. So if you liked what you saw, then consider picking it up for yourself. Obviously, there's so much more to this game. It is definitely a juicy, full, experienced game. And you're gonna need to do a little bit of investing of your time into it. But if that's your flavor, then definitely pick it up. Thanks again for tuning in. We hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget, every day at 11 a.m. Pacific time, GameSpot Live is here. We play all types of things on this stream. So hope you enjoyed it. We will see you guys later. Peace out.
Goodbye, everybody.